Now this is the hand from a male that they named Necrosis, and they named it Necrosis because my father said that when they were butchering it, it sort of reanimated, and they thought that that's what it was saying, necrosis, like it was making a sound. I said, well, was it speaking a language? And he said, well, it was making sounds, you know. So I wasn't there. I wasn't there, but he said that it was very hard to kill them. This is the one that they named Necrosis. By the way, the juvenile that I'm going to show very soon is totally intact. It's small. It's like sort of in a fetal position. And, you know, if you stretched it out, maybe it's my height or a little smaller. I don't know. I haven't really taken a tape measure to it. So this is the arm from the Bigfoot that they named Necrosis. And the reason why I know that is it's written, he wrote the name on the packages so that you know, it was clear what part went to what animal, okay? I have more than one, in other words. So this is the right hand and forearm. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. Okay? I was gonna weigh it, but then I'm like, I got nothing to prove here. It's like over 20 pounds. Okay? It's over 20 pounds. Maybe I'll do another video where I actually weigh it. I have a scale here. By the way, people keep asking for, why don't you get it DNA tested? You know? That's what all this shit is, okay? What do you want me to say? They don't know what it is. It's been tested. By the way, the other hand is with scientists right now. Okay, so all this nonsense that you all keep talking about. Why don't you get it tested? What do you want me to do? Show you the paper? Show you what it says? Let me show you this hand. Yeah, it's real light. Some people have said, oh, it looks like it's made out of wax. Yeah, right. It's waxed. Oh, there's a lot of ice on it. A lot of, like, bloody ice, it looks like. Now, I will have to get it back in the freezer. I can't have it out real long. I haven't seen this one in years. Can't remember it. Here's some blood, some frozen blood. This is good stuff. Trust me, it's good stuff. See, it's got a lot of frozen blood on it. Maybe I should set it down and bring the camera closer. It's heavy. It's fucking heavy. It's like the foot. The foot's heavy. You know? It's got a lot of frozen, like, blood and material on it. Ice. By the way, if you all are just seeing this video and you don't know anything about this, real quick, the backstory is that my father shot this Bigfoot in 1953, September 23rd, 1953. We have all the body parts. We have all the body parts. I have a juvenile. I have several frozen Sasquatch. This is just one of them. One of the dogs wants to eat this, I can tell. It's Charlie. No, Charlie. No Sasquatch for you, dude. You can see it's totally frozen. There's ice stuck on it. You can see the bone. See one of its weird veins sticking out. The veins and the tendons aren't like that of a normal mammal. So you can see in here, you can see all how muscly this arm is. I mean, its forearm is massive compared to a human arm. It is. Like, a human's arm is not even close to this size. Same thing, like the fingers. Like, if you could see, the fingers are covered in ice. And, you know what, I guess what I'm saying is, like, if you cut my finger off, all right, and you wanted to compare it to the Bigfoot's finger, you would have to put like 6 of them just to get like the circumference. It's really a muscular animal, and I'm not even talking the length of its finger. Its baby finger is much larger than a human's too. It's massive. This is only its forearm. And do you see what I'm saying? Like, look at how big it is. People are like, oh, it doesn't match the head. You know? It does match the head. Has a lot of the swamp mud still on it. I think I want to keep that. Maybe we'll let it defrost a little bit at some point. You can see a lot of, either it's, I guess that's fur, sort of frozen. Yeah, I'm telling you, people were like, oh, it's not even cold. It's like not even, it's fucking frozen. See, it's melting. It's starting to melt. The notion that this isn't real is absurd. It's totally real. I've said this before, that this is not an animal that is on this planet. It isn't. This is alien to our world. It is. Either it's coming from another, I think it's coming here on UFOs, to tell you the truth. And then that's why we're not finding the Bigfoot when they die, because they don't die here. They're just here on the planet as a biological recording device, and then they go back up to the ship, or you know, whatever it is, or into another dimension. Whatever it is, it's not living here. Now I have these Sasquatch, and you know, honestly, this is very important science that is going to be done with these, and I've mentioned this before, that the Sasquatch that I have will be in the Bigfoot Museum of North America. All of them will be on display. We're having state-of-the-art cryogenic tanks made for the Sasquatch. We're going to put the Sasquatch, any Sasquatch that is apart like that, it's going back together again, of course. Of course. We've had a company interested in getting DNA samples and trying to clone the Bigfoot. There's a lot of companies that are interested in the Bigfoot. This is important, groundbreaking science, and because of this, there's a lot of I need another Red Bull. There's a lot of Sasquatch and Bigfoot researchers out there that are wannabes. There are. And they're jealous that I have this. I was willed these Sasquatch and these Bigfoot by my father when he passed away. This has been very expensive to keep these creatures frozen for this period of time. You have no idea how many times we had to go buy dry ice. If we were moving, when my father moved, it's always like, we got to get, you know, hundreds of pounds of dry ice to keep them cold. And speaking of that, I'm gonna have to put this arm back into the freezer because it is starting to thaw. Let me get the camera here. It's starting to thaw. You can sort of see the fingers better. Hang on. So you can see the fingers. It's starting to thaw a lot in this area. there's all this ice and everything covering this little finger, but you would see what I'm saying, that it's gigantic. It is. It's a gigantic hand. I'm telling you, it weighs over 20 pounds. It's huge. Look at its forearm. There's no human alive that has a forearm this big. It's crazy. You should see its biceps. Its biceps are ridiculous too. A lot of frozen blood on this one. That's great. The more blood, the better. It puts off an odor. It has an odor to it, not unlike pine, or it's similar to, I don't know, it has like an ammonia smell to it. You can see when the ice melts, see all the dirt that's in the water? That, I would assume, is from the swamp. I'm going to put it up now. Anybody that doesn't think that this is real, you're out of your fucking minds. It's nothing like, it has 2 bones, by the way. It's nothing like a human. It doesn't have the same, physiology. And I'm telling you, the veins, the tendons, they're unlike a human's. They're totally unlike a human's. That my dad said that they had to cut the veins and the tendons with cable cutters. It's nothing like a human, and I'm telling you, it's denser than it's over 20 pounds. If this was like cow meat or something else, it wouldn't weigh this much. I'm telling you, it's heavy. How heavy it is, I'm not quite sure, but it is. It's very heavy. All right, it's really melting, so I'm gonna put it back in the freezer. Okay, take one more look. It's fucking real. I'm telling you, it's fucking real. See, it's not wax. That's Sasquatch blood on there.